Hello, welcome everyone to the webinar. So I can see just 10 people. Maybe if we can wait for another 2 minutes time, I'll just start the webinar in another 2 minutes. We have another 10 to 15 participants who are joining. So please. Yes, so we'll just start with some conversation. If you guys can hear me, is it audible to everyone properly? Everyone can listen properly? Okay. Okay, so maybe if you guys are comfortable in switching on your cameras, we can just, yeah. If some of you are comfortable in switching on your cameras, we can have a very interactive conversation. 12 participants as of now, others will take some time. So, so the whole webinar is going to be about digital skills. So first of all, those who are new to this, new to Digital Jahid Academy, let me introduce you myself. I'm a digital marketer and I have been doing this since around 4 years. I have been running an agency and I've also been teaching students in different courses, whether it be video productions, image designing, whether it be about social media, whether it be about agency or clients or freelancing. I've been teaching students in all these aspects through various courses. So the whole purpose of this webinar is to share with you certain set of skills, awareness about, basically the awareness about certain set of skills which an individual can make use of in today's digital world and try to grow in their own lives if you are inclined towards this as a profession or as a career. So mostly this is about how to make use of this set of skills. So I'll share you the awareness. I'll share my screen shortly. So I'll share my screen shortly, but before that, I just like to, yeah. So I'll just like to, before that, I'd just like to show you guys certain things. So you can see, just one second. So I'll just share you the introduction and context of this webinar, if you guys can see. So what is this webinar going to be about? And what is Digital Jahid Academy? And what do I mean by digital skills? So all of that. And also about, the content creation tools, what are the skills that are in demand, and how you can become a freelancer and earn things, and video production as a skill and a career, social media possibilities. So everyone out here comfortable in English, everyone is comfortable, so that, if some of you are not comfortable, I can modulate the language between English and Hindi, that's fine. So everyone comfortable, right? In English? Okay. हिंदी में अगर बोलना हो तो आई कैन मॉड्यूलेट इन बिटवीन, तो आप लोग बताइएगा प्लीज. ठीक है. So I'll just share the screen once again. So what is this webinar going to be about? Basically, you see, I'll show you guys all the content creators tool, like, all this people that you see online becoming a huge success, YouTube or Insta or everywhere. How do people become so successful, and why do they create content every day? वो लोग हर रोज content क्यों बनाते हैं? It is just because they are getting something out of it, right? And what kind of tools they are using, वो क्या इस्तेमाल करते हैं जिससे वो, they are making all these tools on a regular, making use of tools on this regular basis, and how this entire social media thing runs in terms of money, in terms of career. We see the good side of things, but in practicality, what is the economic engine that is running behind it? Individuals कैसे earn करते हैं, कितना मुश्किल है, how difficult it is, and how easy it is to, succeed in this career. What are the things that one should really learn to succeed in this as a professional? So all these things I'll be showing you guys. So this webinar is going to be around 1.5 hours, 60 to 90 minutes. During the end of the session, I'll be taking questions for around 15-20 minutes. So you guys can ask me any questions if you have during that time. And meanwhile, you can also respond in the chat option. If anything you want to share or anything you want to respond, please do feel free to do that. And yeah, so these are the basic, then inside this there will be a lot of things I'll be sharing that. So this is going to be an introduction of this, and I also share about what are the solutions I offer. Now the sharings, I'll tell you all the skills and what are the solutions you can get from me. You can learn these things anywhere on the internet if you know how to research and do things, because in the internet certain things are available, but things are very scattered. It is very hard for someone to get grasp of things, right? To find you will find some course here, some single YouTube video here, but to find all of it in one place, it is little difficult for people who are not into this industry or who have not done this to just arrange a proper framework सीखने के लिए, to learn and then grow, right? So things are available. I'm not saying things are not available. So you can just look at my solutions also. What are the solutions and courses and things I offer, the free content, you can look at that, but that will be during the end part of the session. Okay, so basically this is what the webinar is going to be about. Now starting with the introduction of what this Digital Jahid Academy is about and why I started this. So I'll not take much time introducing myself and the initiative, this thing, but just let me tell you in a few lines. Like, I started this just because I saw that see, there are three kinds of problem that exist between youth. In my own journey, I saw that I had this passion of sharing some social message, some spiritual message, and I had this desire to share what I think about the ideas. But then I saw many people, many youth like you who are there, आप लोगों जैसे youth है जिनके दिमाग में बहुत सारे ideas है, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो share नहीं कर सकते just because they do not have the right tools, you see. But similarly आप देखोगे बहुत सारे youth है who are able to share it, who are able to change the world, change the social conversation, just because just because you see because they have the tools, right? Only because they have the tools, they are able to share it. So I wanted to empower youth as much as possible. I saw this changing my own life. I served clients, I have worked with businesses and helped them grow their brands, grow their social media, grow their branding, and I see that this thing helps. Now someone who is not doing this as full time, it may not be so lucrative to them, उनके लिए इतना भी मतलब possibility, maybe they can just start part time to share their own hobbies and all of that. But someone who is really interested in this, it takes time to build this up, and this is helpful. People may say social media is toxic and stuff and all those things, but social media also can transform people if it is used in a positive manner. You see, freelancing, design, all of these things. So this was the basic initiative so that I can create as many creators as possible. So I did not want to be a creator, big creator initially as myself. So I wanted to empower other creators. So I wanted to open up this academy where I could share my skills and all of that. So that is the brief introduction. Now, what do I mean by digital skills? See, there are so many kinds of skills that you come across, but what are the general kind of skills that you will see? Most of the skills that you will see is based on graphic design. Now, I will show you a few cases, like maybe Beer Biceps, maybe Dhruv Rathi, maybe String, or maybe any top designers. Like in Instagram, you have got so many, top case studies like Think School recently coming up. Maybe there's so many kinds of channels which are there, which are growing, many well made pages who are designing well. How do they do this? What is their model, and why only based on design things work, right? So we can look at that. So it will be available, but due to lack of time, I'll be sharing with you some brief skills. But content creators, now content creators, you see Instagram Reels. People do Instagram Reels, how much they get paid, what they get paid, I'll be covering it. But mostly Instagram Reels and on have very brand, huge brand collaboration perspective and all of those things. And YouTube Shorts, you guys know. So content creators through videos, short form videos, documentaries, so many things can be made if you learn content creation only as a dimension completely. Then in some big organizations, let us say you are in some big agencies which is working for 10, 15, 20 clients. Okay, you are working as an intern, you are applying for some company to work as an intern, or you are applying for certain organizations or agencies who are working with 20, 30 clients, 20, 30 businesses who are growing their social media. So they need content strategists, right? Now, what is content strategy? Please don't, don't be, I'll break these words down. I'll explain this concept in a very simple manner. But just for the understanding of what do I mean by digital skills, I'm just taking you guys through the options. You see, then we have content writing. You guys are very much, aware of this blogs and sites, website contents, whether it be social media captions or writing a carousel or, writing stories or, crafting stories in feeds and all of these platforms, right? Writing tweets and all of that. So content writers are also needed for all kinds of businesses, personal brands. Then we come about SEO. Now, this is a more technical topic. So SEO will not be covering, but I included it just for your awareness. If you want to learn this outside of the webinar also, you can learn SEO. Now, SEO is also one of the most important thing where Google empowers SEO writers. You see, those who are very good in SEO, they can make any business increase their leads or their clients, everything. So that is based on how much keyword research and all of that. Now, this is a little bit more expertise domain where you have to spend at least 4-5 months completely in depth in learning this, and there's no end to mastery of this. But this is a very lucrative profession where people can earn a lot if you go into this, right? Sorry for the notification, just one second. Yeah. So yeah, so SEO is that. Now email marketing and all, it is, I'll come to that. This is also a very broad domain. Okay, so email marketing, you can do niche clients and all of that. Then there is video editing. So video editing is something we'll be covering in detail here. We'll be covering content creation, graphic design, content strategy, all of these things in detail. So this is what I mean by digital skills. Now, apart from this, there are surface level skills. You see all the social media platforms, right? You see YouTube, you see Facebook, you see Instagram and Twitter, all of this you see. Now, this is there, but this may not be the huge potential of earning. There are so many freelancing sites jahan se log earn karte hain. The most important earning of all the influencers come from freelancing sites or those who do this, or brand collaborations. Now, why do brand pay you? Brand pay either for your number. If you have got 100K followers, 200K followers, 10K, 20K followers in your Instagram, brands will pay you. But what else they will pay you? They will pay you if your engagement is more. Otherwise, they will pay you to make this content. They will pay you as a creator. So these aspects are there. Now, yeah, anyone has anything to ask? I can see something in the chat. Yes. So I wanted to keep it as an interactive session. If you guys have any questions, please drop it in the chat so that I can cover it simultaneously. Okay. So yeah, so we'll move on to the next thing. So okay, so we'll move on to the next thing. So how many of you are Isha meditators here? Like, may I know? Are most people Isha meditators here? Okay. Okay. Who else? How many people are Isha meditator? Okay, we have 4 people. Okay, right, fine. So yeah, no issues. 5, right? Okay. 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 So we have almost 50% of the students as Isha meditators. So that's good. You see, if you guys are from Isha, most of you, like 50%, if it is from Isha, I can also share another aspect. See, another reason for me doing this is because I started this is because to empower Isha meditators or spiritual influencers, because you see, there is a very deep need in people to share something about their personal spirituality, or share something about Indian spirituality or Bharatiya culture, or about, the yogic sciences or the yogic culture, all of this, right? So this is another reason why I started doing this. So that's why it's to, so that these people can be empowered. So I have helped so many people create their YouTube channels and create their Instagram pages during this period where I have been teaching this, right? So you can also look at that through that aspect. If you are willing, you can just think of from that aspect also. It might be helpful for you. Okay, so now moving on to the next thing. You see, this is what I mean by digital skills. But how are you going to learn these skills? See, without you can learn generally how to do, but without learning the content creation tools, you cannot learn any of the digital skills. So the basic idea is to make you aware of this, but for you to do anything, you have to master any of the tool. Now, there is a mostly common use tool that is used all across the world is Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, Adobe Premiere Pro is the only tool which has been used since decades. Like you see, whether it be filmmaking, short films, or anything, YouTube, anything. The Adobe Premiere Pro is used by creators all over the world. And if you have to master video editing, creating YouTube, all of that, Adobe Premiere is must needed. But there also came other solutions to Adobe Premiere Pro, more upgraded things like DaVinci Resolve. Now you see Hollywood movies, Netflix, all of these things are done in softwares like DaVinci Resolve. So in my courses and in details, I teach about these softwares. Now, if you learn these things, you can learn about how to get clients on Fiverr, how to, I'll show the Fiverr pages, what kind of projects are available for freelancers. I'll show it in another 20-30 minutes during the end of this webinar. But if you master these two things, now DaVinci Resolve is a very high graded software where you can do color grading, you can do much advanced color grading than Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, these two softwares are something that you cannot miss if you want to learn video editing, if you want to work for clients, businesses, or for your own brand or for your own personal brand, right? There are certain softwares like Filmora, all of this, but those things are just for, TikTok kind of things or Instagram kind of things, reels and all you can make. But if you want to really make long form content and you want to stand out as an influencer, help businesses, this is something you should learn. And it will take time for you to learn. It does not happen in 1 day, 2 days. There are certain technical requirements also. What should be your laptop, how much you should have, all of that. I'll come to that. But now, let us say you're not going to jump into video editing. Then you have to learn image designing. Now, you guys know the story of Canva, right? Canva came up in the year 2016 or 14, I think. This one woman started Canva. Now then, if you guys have heard about Adobe Photoshop, now Adobe Photoshop is something which is a image designing software, and Photoshop has been used in almost everything since the last 20-30 years. But before Canva came, now after Canva came, all agencies, businesses, everyone jumped into Canva because this is such a modern urbanistic design model where it makes it much easy for freelancers to do design. So this is where, Canva you should learn, and Canva is a substitute towards Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. Now, why I have not included Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator? Because Adobe Photoshop you can learn anywhere. So Adobe Photoshop you can learn anywhere, but advanced version I prefer Canva Pro because it's much easy for designers and freelancers to do things, because things are automatically available and there are so many aspects to this. I'll show you that. Canva recently became some $4 billion valuation company, and it is also introducing new updates. Canva, the future is visual. They're coming with so many things like whiteboard presentations and so many animated things and AI installed in that. But Adobe Photoshop and all, it is not having so much as of now. So ready-made templates and all of these things are not coming, although there are certain benefits to Adobe Photoshop. But Adobe Illustrator, there is nothing to beat Adobe Illustrator. Now, Adobe Illustrator is a completely animated course, so one need not jump into Adobe Illustrator as a beginner. If you're beginning, it's better for you to learn image designing first, learn to get some clients and all of that work. Then you can move on to Adobe Illustrator, master that and go into it, right? So this is according to my experience, because there are definitely people who have directly started with Adobe Illustrator. They have invested around 5 months of time learning it completely, and they have mastered it and they get clients, right? But if you are starting as a beginner, I'll suggest this, because this works, and this also what agencies and businesses are looking for: quick work and well designed work. Now another thing is podcasting. You see, how do you create podcasts, how do you write scripts? So there are certain tools. All of these are certain tools: writing scripts, writing stories, research, social media monetization, marketing, dissemination, all of these things. Now these tools you have to learn. These tools I cannot impart in the webinar. Now this is not one day thing. You see, people might tell you become a video editor in 5 days, become a video editor in 10 days. That is never possible. Please understand this. You can never become a video editor or a designer in 5-10 days. It takes practice, it takes learning, it takes your awareness, it takes how you're going to design. So this is not something like I'm going to tell you it is very easy and you can jump and you can make a career out of it. That I can definitely tell you. You can make good earning out of it if you're striving, and if your skills are good, and if your work is good enough, you can do this. But yes, there is no ready-made recipe, like that you just watched a video or you just did a course and you learn it. No, it is all about practice, because most of the people learn courses. Believe me, if you go to any site like Skillshare, Coursera, Udemy, anywhere you go, people learn things. People watch YouTube videos, but they do not practice. They do not do practical projects. Now, without practical projects, a business owner or a client or your page never, these things do not grow, because it is only by experience and working, by investing real hours into it, you can do that. Right. So this is one aspect of it. If you have any questions related to any segments I'm talking, please drop in the chat session so that we can look at it later. Okay. So I'll move on to the next thing. Am I going too fast? Is the pace good enough for everyone? Is it good enough for everyone, the pace? Fine. Okay. Okay. So you see, then let us move on to the agency-based models and skills. Now you see, I'll show you quickly certain things. Let us say, for example, let me show you a site here. So if you can see, do you know this guy? I guess all of you know this guy, right? Right? What does he do? Can anyone tell? If anyone is comfortable to tell in audio, please. What does he do? You know him, right? Everyone knows him. Gary Vee. So what does he actually do? How does he earn money? So, okay, fine. So you see this Gary Vee is Gary Vaynerchuk, his name. He's one of the, those who do not know, he's one of the, top digital marketers or marketing agencies in the world. Now he has a personal brand, of course, in Insta, in YouTube, everywhere, millions of followers, but he does not earns most of the money from there. Where he earns money is through his media agency, VaynerMedia.com, which is named after Gary Vaynerchuk. So his name is VaynerMedia. So this is an agency he built up in the last 10, 12 years. Now, last 12 years, he built this up, and they deal with all top clients in the world. If you just go through the site, you will see what they actually do. Okay, strategy, consulting, all of these things you will see. Now most of you also have heard about beer biceps, right? So how does beer biceps really earn money? One cannot be an easy millionaire only through YouTube. So how does beer biceps also earn real money? You see, they have too many agencies. I'll just show a few agencies like these influencers. You see, Monk Entertainment. Now Monk Entertainment is something that it is a beer bicep company. You see, Ranbir Alabadia. So he has opened it, and they deal with clients. They have team which deal with talent management, social media management, influencer marketing, video production. You see, they make videos for people in HD. Obviously, if you have high equipments, you can record videos and stuff. But this course is going to be about editing, because the equipment side of thing will be much more advanced, how to record, shoot, all of that. So that is more offline kind of course, you know. Online it can be taught, but it needs some kind of offline guidance. But most of these things you can learn online, apart from the equipment side of things, or you know, filmmaking and all of those things. So this is another site. They have another another, they have another this thing, another agency. Again, Big Brain Co. Again, this is Ranveer Allahabadia. This is his another company. So why does he do that? See, he learned everything as a creator. Now, why they do this? So they deal with all kinds of brands. If you see, all kinds of brands, they help them. Now, there are endless businesses in the world, and business is only growing to grow in India. It is not going to end. It's only a question of how you position yourself, what are the things you do. Then we have another, everyone has heard about Jay Shetty, right? Now, Jay Shetty certification school. So if you look at this, Jay Shetty is an influencer. Why did he open up this certification school? He became a life coach, and he's teaching certain, but absolutely like, practical oriented things where his own experience have been designed and done according to this. So everyone becomes an influencer. I can go on like this. There are Tony Robbins. There is so many things, like you see, even if you are from Isha, Isha Leadership Academy, Sadhguru's own expertise, own networking things made into, in potential to develop leaders and help people grow, right? So this is an endless thing. But why I'm saying, because the business is where the actual money is there. Okay, the actual money is there in YouTube and social media. Obviously, if you have millions of followers, hundreds of K, so becoming a million, why I do not take that approach is because it is not possible. You might agree with me. Now, all the, influencers in YouTube and all these courses, they sell this dream, becoming influencer, become like, yes, but do you believe that everyone, let us say 1,000 people will get into YouTube, 1,000 of them can get to 1 million followers? No, it's not so easy. Those who have done YouTube, they know it takes years for them to get into this. Some of them get very fast if the content is very viral. So there are different kinds of combination. But can everyone simply become a million follower influencer? Not easy. So what about that other 900 people? It's like, government exams, or in India, you see 16 lakh people give government exam. Lekin kya hota hai jaake? Only 1 lakh or 2 lakh people get jobs. What about the other 14 lakh? So you have to think about the other 14 lakh people, right? Other 13 lakh, 10 lakhs people. Similarly, YouTube, you see 8 crore log har saal, you can go and check all these statistics later on. 8 crore log har saal YouTube join karte hain influencer बनने के लिए, लेकिन उसमें से सिर्फ 1.5 से 2 लाख लोग पेड होते हैं, who become really huge millionaires बनते हैं, या उनका फेम ग्रो होता है, सिर्फ 1.5 से 2 लाख इन्फ्लुएंसर्स. तो क्या होता है बाकी सब लोगों का? क्योंकि उनको दूसरा स्ट्रेटेजी पता नहीं है कि कैसे वो ये स्किल्स यूज करें. Now when I was talking about freelancing sites, okay, let's not go to the pessimistic side of things, but I'm saying there's a huge potential on the business side. So if you look at again, if you look at the business side of things, when I was talking about, you see that how you can get clients. For example, this is Fiverr, okay? So you see here, can you see? So let us say this is, I just looking for, I take projects from Fiverr whenever I'm free. I'll take projects from here. I will deliver videos and all of that. So I have so many, I'm logged into so many others freelancing sites and all. So it takes time to build. You can get projects from here. So you see, so just edit a compelling explainer video, how much they pay, 30,000, right? If you just apply for this bid, if you're good enough, you're skilled enough, you can edit this video for 30,000. There are 2,000 rupees worth video. There are like, videos which are, these people are giving these services. Someone is, charging 30,000 per video. He is charging, 86,000 per video. So he is obviously a high-end editor, right? So similarly, based on what your ratings are, people will rate you on your work and they will charge you like this. But generally, I do not take clients from Fiverr because I have a lot of offline clients and I do these things, my offline clients itself, I do, and whatever comes from my social media and the networks, all of this itself is like, good enough. But I'm showing you this, if in case, you want to take, if you are not, you have not such network and you want to start your work from fresh, you have no work, you don't know any businesses, you can start from it. Obviously, I'm again not saying it is easy. There's a lot of competition. It is just like YouTube, but not so much. So here you may have like competition of 1 lakh. Every platform has competition. There's no platform, there's no competition. So you have to compete based on your skills. So here, if you see, people are charging and people grow like this per video. Some are charging 54,000, some 5,000. So if you become a video editor, there is endless amount of work. So apart from Fiverr, if you see, let us say, Upwork, you see here, there's another, like, YouTube ads. Someone wants to create a YouTube ad, they want to pay $20. If you see product promo, they want to pay for, I'm just entering too much into detail, but I'm just showing you the possibility of things. See, someone wants to create 3 videos, okay, 200 hours each. So they want to create playlists, they want video editor in Indian content. So you see, there's endless amount of work, thumbnail designer, all of these things they need. So similarly, if you go to freelancing sites, they in different languages, Tamil and Telugu speaking anchor for YouTube, and academic writer, shop, website design. So there's so much of work available for all kinds of things. Now, is it like I'm going to show you only what is available and not the skills? Why I'm showing you this is because, again, coming back to our fundamental thing quickly. So why I have showed you all of this is because agency-based model and skills in demand. Now you know exactly like what are the skills that are on demand, like how you can earn. You can join an agency if you have too much of investment. Let us say if you have a very huge amount of investment to start with, maybe 5-10 lakhs, or So if you have that kind of investment, you can start a business. Definitely, you can start an agency and then you can go ahead with it. But let us say if you are not having that kind of an investment, you're going to start on your own, and I'm assuming you're going to start as an individual. So it takes time, but you can follow this path. You can apply for internships, LinkedIn, so many platforms are there. We'll come to that. Now, what are the, apart from, let us say, I have told you about the skills, and this is not only the set of skills. There are other creative media teams, so many other things that are in an agency or in a business. So which, there are different kinds of professions. Now, apart from this, what are the social media possibilities, you see? So when I talk about social media possibilities, you see, first thing is always, if you want, you can become an influencer. It is, nothing is impossible. Please don't take that thing in pessimistic way, but nothing is impossible. You can become an influencer and it is possible, but I'm saying it is an extra amount of hard work. Now, for someone who is not going to keep it up daily, weekly, every time, so it becomes hard to do things, or someone who is not that uniquely creative enough, or that patience, that consistency, it becomes little hard to become an influencer compared to becoming a freelancer. Because freelancer, you need to know skills, you need to serve 1 or 2 clients, money comes and you are serving people. But influencer, you have to have a certain amount of followers, then money may come in through brand collaborations. Brands will pay you for these things, right? And depends on what kind of channel you have. If you are going to open a political channel, no chances of brand collaborations, because business don't want to associate it with political influencers at all. If you are a digital influencer, yes. If you are a business education influencer, these things will be possible. So then comes YouTube. So obviously you can become a YouTuber. It's a hard way, but it's a long way. You can keep on doing that. You can upload videos and all of that every week. You can grow your channel. You can hope it will grow, and you can plan your content strategy well. So YouTuber, blogs. Now blogs is another way of earning revenue. But most important, I again focus on clients, personal brands, clients of businesses. Now you guys might be from, maybe quickly, if you guys can drop in comments, are you from different cities across India? Can we just see where all everyone is from? People from North India, South India, from Chennai, okay, Kolkata, Chennai, okay, Pune, okay, Lavasa, okay, I have been there. I studied in Pune, Karnataka, okay, Chennai, Kerala, okay, Kolkata, Bihar, okay, Krishnagiri, okay, ठीक है, okay, cool. See, आप लोगों को पता होगा, right? that every city there is a segment where lots of businesses are happening there. So जहाँ पे everyone is competing for the share कि इस city का business मुझे मिले, इस city का audience को we are going to sell our products. Let us say in Kolkata or in Chennai, there is always a certain population, or Mumbai. Mumbai is far competitive, so let's not go into Mumbai and Pune side. But yeah, Pune is little less competitive, but Mumbai is like extreme competition. So you see, there's always a segment which is constantly competing for the larger share of the market, larger business, right? But there's still a gap here. You see, gap here when I'm saying आपके जगह में आप जिस भी city से हो, there are so many businesses which are not online. There are so many businesses, they don't know how to create a website. There's so many businesses who do not know how to sell their products online, how to become grow, create content relating to. So there are so many businesses that in India, like you see in United States, Canada, all these countries, how did they grow? They grew only because of one thing: Internet of Things. Without internet, none of these nations have grown. Now in India, why India suddenly boomed? It is only because of, in some way, it is because of Ambani, who introduced this 4G and made internet possible. People became more consumers of internet. Online sales बढ़ गया, consumption बढ़ गया. So many things are interrelated just because of internet. You see, YouTubers became more, so many things. So it's like only because of internet these things became possible. So every major economy in the world runs on internet. You see, there's, if an internet is not there, that economy will crash. Now you see, YouTube itself gives to Indian economy around 8,000 to 9,000 crores per year or per month. I don't remember the numbers. So just contribution to the GDP. So why I'm saying this, because again you have a lot of possibility here to bring businesses online. Now आप कैसे खुद को market करते हो, आप कैसे present करते हो, obviously उसमें खुद का you have to use your own creativity, but there's a huge demand to make people understand digital marketing, sales, products, services, all of these things. You see, those who are from Isha, it is only social media that has made Sadhguru's message possible throughout the world. Without social media, without YouTube, without Insta, without all these platforms, basically without YouTube and Facebook, it would have not been possible. It is only because of online media which has made it possible, right? So then there are so many aspects to Isha, so many different businesses or initiatives, Save Soil, Rally for Rivers, and ecological initiatives, so many things. Nothing is possible without internet, without online content creation. Save Soil, you see, tons and tons of content is being created. Only because tons and tons of content is created, you see, this has become a mass movement. Because without content, what will you interact with, right? Similarly, if you use your mind well enough, आप कुछ भी बना सकते हो. आप किसी business को promote कर सकते हो, spiritual initiative, खुद का personal brand, anything you can do. I'll keep that open for you. वो आपके ऊपर है, आप कैसे इसको इस्तेमाल करते हो. I'm just showing you the possibilities. So this is where social media holds possibilities of different kinds, right? So you can think about this. In the end of the session, I'll tell. Now we'll quickly wrap this part of the thing. See, Canva and image design as a freelancer. Now you get all this work here. You see, Canva people, I'll just show one thing. Canva designers, how they earn. Okay, templates and stock resources selling, third-party contracts, or Instagram and LinkedIn portfolio. Now, what do I mean by this? I'll just share with you one thing here. Let us say in Fiverr only, I'll just search for Canva templates, right? You see, I will be a Canva Pro expert and design amazing templates. So per template, 1,000 rupees. Some of Canva Instagram templates, you see all the Instagram profiles like this designed everywhere. Mostly out of India, they pay you much more. India में लोग थोड़ा कंजूसी करते हैं, they will negotiate the price and all of these things because यहाँ पे हमारा cost of living भी उतना नहीं है. Per square kilometer लोगों का earning रहेगा शायद 5,000 रुपया, 10,000 रुपया, 25,000. मतलब 50-60,000 से ज्यादा नहीं होता, लेकिन इन यूएस पर स्क्वायर किलोमीटर और द कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग इज वेरी हाई, वहाँ पे लोगों का अर्निंग्स कैपेसिटी हाई है, दे गेट पेड आवरली। सो ऑब्वियसली आप इंटरनेशनल पोजीशनिंग कर सकते हो एज ए फ्रीलांसर, और खुद का अच्छे से चीजें को इफ यू कैन मेंटेन इन इंग्लिश एंड इफ यू नो वेल एनफ, एटलीस्ट यू कैन कम्युनिकेट रीजनेबली, रीजनेबल इंग्लिश, इट नीड नॉट बी हाई फाई, कुछ बहुत ज्यादा ऐसा नहीं, सिंपल इंग्लिश, अगर प्लेन इंग्लिश बोल सकते हो आप, एंड यू कैन कम्युनिकेट विद पीपल प्रॉपरली इंटरनेशनली, एंड देन यू ऑल्सो यू कैन गेट क्लाइंट्स, यू सी। सो आप अगर कैनवा ही देखोगे, आप देखो कैनवा के लिए कितना डिमांड है। You see templates, some of them are doing gratitude journal, design aesthetic, and endless work for Canva के लिए भी people are doing endless work. Now you can local sellers, businesses, all of this आप यहाँ ढूंढ सकते हो, बहुत सारे चीजें हैं, there's endless work here, but it is also about कि आपका आपको आपके काम को रेटिंग कैसा मिल रहा है। अगर आपका काम pretty simple इनिशियली ऐसा होगा, 1 महीना 2 महीना आपका काम थोड़ा सिंपल रहेगा, आपको लगेगा कि यार कुछ नहीं आ रहा है, रेटिंग नहीं आ रहा है, ऐसा हो रहा है, लेकिन हर किसी, आप कोई भी फ्रीलांसर देखोगे, किसी ने 30 लाख कमा लिया, किसी ने 10 लाख 20 लाख, वो लोग बोलते वैसे हैं, लेकिन इट्स ऑलवेज ए लॉन्ग जर्नी। आप कोई भी यूट्यूब वीडियो जाके देखो, दे विल ब्रेक अप कि मैंने ऐसे शुरू किया, ऐसे हुआ, 1 साल लगा, 1.5 साल लगा, 2 साल लगा, 6 महीना लगा, इट विल डिपेंड कि यू हैव टू बी पेशेंस, पेशेंस इज द ओनली क्वालिटी, देयर इज नो शॉर्टकट वे, राइट। अगर लॉन्ग टर्म आपको सस्टेनेबली हर महीना आपको ऐसे बिजनेस ग्रो करना है, आपको हमेशा के लिए आपको ये रखना है, ऐसा नहीं कि आप अभी अर्न किए 6 months एंड यू मूव आउट ऑफ दिस, नो, राइट। यू हैव टू अर्न एंड compete and position yourself like this, आपको grow करते रहना है इन सब चीजों में, राइट। सो ये this is there now। आप कैनवा में देखो, कैनवा में बहुत सारा डिमांड है, तो आप कोई भी साइट में सर्च करो, आप वर्क फ्रीलांसर, देयर आर अदर साइट्स लाइक freelancer.in, this is a site called truelancer.com, there's multiple sites like this within different price range, if you search for Canva, anything you will get it, okay। So why I showed you this is to just show that even if you master one software, अगर आप एक एप्लीकेशन को ही अच्छे से, बहुत अच्छे से सीखते हो, that itself is good enough for you to at least initially maybe you may not want to jump totally into it, क्योंकि it may not sound practical। Why it may not sound practical? अगर आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, अगर आप जॉब कर रहे हो, अगर आप कुछ भी कर रहे हो, या आपका बहुत सारे दूसरे कमिटमेंट्स है, you can enter it into as a side job, right? So that it is not like कि आप सारा कुछ रिस्क में लगा रहे हो, it has also be a practical thinking। It's not like आप सब कुछ इसमें डाल दिए and you will get frustrated because अगर 1-2 months में हुआ नहीं। This is how people get frustrated, right? So this requires patience, so you can plan your strategies well कि आपके लिए कैसा है। अगर आप all in one भी जानना चाहते हो, सब छोड़ के आप इसमें जाना चाहते हो entirely into design and all of these things, I don't know कि आप लोग का कितना experience है इसमें, but I'm just assuming if you want to go all in one, देन आपके पास ऑब्वियसली ज्यादा समय है, ज्यादा क्विकली मास्टर करने के लिए, ज्यादा फोकस है, ज्यादा एनर्जी है, बहुत सारी चीजें सीखने के लिए, और इसी चीज को बहुत अच्छे से करने के लिए, राइट। सो दोनों साइड के ही प्रोज एंड कॉन्स है। सो दिस इज व्हाट आई वांटेड टू शो यू फॉर कैनवा। आप थर्ड पार्टी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स ले सकते हो, लोगों के ई बुक्स डिजाइन कर सकते हो, पीडीएफ डिजाइन कर सकते हो, बिजनेसेस के लिए व्हाइट बोर्ड्स, बिजनेसेस के लिए आप बहुत सारे, आप उनका जो प्रेजेंटेशन फॉर्मेट्स होता है, पीडीएफ बुक सेल होता है, बुक रिव्यूज होता है, सारा कुछ आप डिजाइन कर सकते हो, टेस्टिमोनियल्स, एजेंसीज, all of these things, right? And so this is about Canva, okay। So now we come to the last part of the thing, we have another few minutes, right? So for the session after that I'll take questions। So you see we have video production as a skill। Now you see video production में आप एड्स डिजाइन कर सकते हो। आप जो ये YouTube में एड देखते हो ना, 20 सेकंड का एड आता है, ऑल ऑफ दिस हैज बीन डन बाय एडिटर्स। सी नथिंग इज पॉसिबल विदाउट ए वीडियो एडिटर। आप कहीं पे भी जाओ, वीडियो एडिटर के बिना कुछ भी नहीं पॉसिबल है। एड कमर्शियल, बिजनेस कमर्शियल, एनीथिंग, there's nothing possible without। You see YouTube documentary, it's a video editor। You see Instagram reel, it's a video editor। जो हम 30 सेकंड देखते हैं, 1 मिनट देखते हैं, उसके पीछे बहुत काम होता है। I generally do not do so much of in-depth editing on Insta and social media। I don't invest because there's not much return। Businesses से आपको जितना पैसा मिलेगा, आप अगर कमर्शियल के लिए, बिजनेसेस के लिए करोगे, आपको इन सब प्लेटफॉर्म से मिलता है, लॉन्ग रन में मिलेगा। It's a long run game। So short run में there's not much earning। okay, and not much of it's just for social cause. I do all in the social media platforms, but yeah, definitely people जो business की तरह कर रहे हैं Instagram reels को, जो लोग YouTube को business की तरह complete business, YouTube को भी आप अपना एक organization बना सकते हो, एक बड़ा टीम खड़ा करके आप YouTube को ही complete as a business देख सकते हो. So that model is also there. Okay, so you see, and nothing is possible without a video editor. So अगर आप एक अच्छा video editor बनते हो, आपके पास बहुत demand है, आपका काम ही reflect करेगा कि हाँ, this guy is a video editor and he does reasonably good editing. His context is okay, his presentation is okay, his subtitles are okay, things are okay, how he puts information is okay. So अगर आप, if you become a good video editor, that's itself, your work will speak for yourself, right? You don't have to promote yourself much. So that is it. Other way, you can always, this freelancing sites are there जहाँ पे लोग खुद का चेहरा नहीं दिखाना चाहते, उनके लिए ये sites है. Just simply they can, जो लोग social media पे आना नहीं चाहते, they can get the work from these sites and all of that, right? Connect with people on LinkedIn, DM people if they have work, big business, all of that. There's so many strategies you can connect with people. Nowadays you can connect with anyone. So this was generally what was the awareness of the digital skills. I hope you guys are reasonably clear what this has to what this has to offer. So if you have any questions, please, I'll move on to the next thing quickly. If you want to share something or ask. Yeah, please. Anything you want to ask, please drop in the comments. Okay. So yeah, please drop it. Any question you want to ask related to this, any sharing. So I'll just move on to the next thing. Till then, we have another 20-25 minutes. So I'll just quickly move on to the next thing. So yes. So if you guys can, look at this now, what is the solution that I offer? Okay, so what is this? Okay, so someone is asking a question. How will Canva help me if I want to use it for my Insta for Save Soil? Okay, you see, if you're going to do it for Safe Soil, it's like, the Conscious Planet page, right? How they do. Or if you look at Isha Sadhana Pada page or Isha Foundation page or Sadhguru's quotes or anything, everything is done in an image design software, apart from the reels. So you can make everything that is possible on Insta, just like the Conscious Planet or any page on Instagram with Canva. Any design you can do. So I was coming to that. So in basically my courses, I teach you how to build up a complete business profile or a social profile or complete personal brand using Canva and using other tools. Okay. So what are the video editing sites or apps that you suggest? I will suggest you try anyone among Adobe Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci has got an update recently, DaVinci Resolve 18, which is under Blackmagic design. So yeah, these two apps are, used vastly across the world. If you want to freelancing work, people, ask for editors who are, highly skilled in these two softwares. Okay. Yeah. So, if you have any questions, please drop it. I'll look at it. So the thing is like, what are the solution I offer? Okay. Now this is not about just selling something, or the point of the webinar was to sell something or something like that. But this is just genuine sharing. Like I want to share. If you are interested, maybe you can opt for that. Someone is asking, do you teach the apps that you mentioned? Yeah, I teach it. So this is where I'm coming to it. So I'll just show you. See, if you are interested in the solution, you can learn from me. If you are not interested, that is completely fine. You can learn from, maybe you can take your own time, research and learn it from other course, do things. There are many people who do it. Maybe, there are different kinds of creators across the world. You can learn. That is not an issue. So I just want to share you the solution so that you know what to learn actually. Right? So that is the thing. Now you see, I generally do all these kind of things, but I'll just talk about one or two aspects of this. I'll not talk about all these things. So short-term courses, I teach certain short-term courses in the apps are there. Canva Mastery course, which is a short recorded course, but there is a live Canva Mastery course. So where we teach you in detail about it. There's a video on that. You can go watch on the app or something like this. Then there is a Adobe Premiere Pro. Now this is a very detailed course. Adobe Premiere Pro is a live course. I do around 6 to 8 sessions with practical projects and teaching you. This will be around 16 to 20 hours course. DaVinci Resolve is another 20 hours course. So here we do. Now there is also an advanced version of advanced video production course where I teach all of this. There are 11 modules for advanced video productions where I teach creative mindset, public speaking, YouTube mastery, color grading, animations, motion graphics, all of these professional technical requirements. So many other things I teach in the advanced. So that is those who are interested in the advanced, they can simply DM me, and you can learn from that if you are interested in the advanced. But currently I'm speaking from the beginner's perspective, so it's fine. So if you're a beginner, you can just look at the short-term courses, and there are, again, the beginners module, I teach 11 modules in the beginners. So it's like industry best practices, how to create content strategy, all of these things I'll teach you guys about that. Right. So and earlier I used to, in my courses, what I do is like I teach people. I usually used to do it as a 3 months course. So this was a 3 months course where I teach people all these 3 levels in a 3 months to 2 months course. But because the time was too much high for people to commit 2 to 3 months every week, 2 days, Saturday, Sunday. So I saw that there are worries about people, and also, the fees used to be high because combining is at a combo package, and also the time I had to invest. So I broke it down into short, parts so that people can learn slowly, at their own pace and all of these things. So there are all levels, you see. Short-term course, you can learn these 3 softwares. Apart from this, I will suggest, which I don't teach, you can learn Adobe Illustrator, you can learn Adobe Photoshop. So these 2 softwares you can learn. Photoshop is not that necessary if you know Canva very well, but yeah, you can learn Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. So that is also a very high paying software and skill where you can learn. Obviously nowadays AI is coming in. Artificial intelligence has created so many new sites like Midjourney, DALL-E 2, where they do certain things very automatically. So that is another part of the story, how to use AI for creation and all of that. So this is like, these are the things I offer, at least in the advanced video productions, you will see. So you can visit my site. I will not take the time to explain the solutions here. You can just visit digitaljahidmedia.com. You will see all the modules and the details there. And if you also have any queries, please drop a message in the group or DM me which course or what you want to register. So my team or someone from my team will call you to understand your requirement, and then they will tell you. So basically I will be doing these webinars just to create this awareness, so that people who are interested, once in a month or once in 3 months, I will do these webinars so that people can learn about it. And yeah, that's it. Like, there's also an all-in-one course. So if the number is enough, let us say if I have like around more than 10 students, so I'm willing to teach for all-in-one. But yeah, if the number is too much less, so I do not generally go for 2 months course. So if people are willing to learn, or more than 10-20 students, so more than 10 students if are willing to learn, or 8-10 students, then I can commit my time towards that to teach at least 10 or 8 students, because that is too much of time and effort, you see. For 2 to 3 months I have to invest. So this course, it is only very customized and personalized, which I used to do earlier. So these are the basic solutions actually. So yes, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to switch on your audio and share things. I'd like to know your perspective. Yes. Okay. Someone is asking, do we need prior experience to learn this? So you do not need any prior experience. I'll tell you about the technical requirements that you need. So technical requirements would be, most of the technical requirements would be that you will need your laptop or a desktop. Now, when I talk about having a laptop or a desktop, you will just 1 second. So when I talk about having a laptop or a desktop, you will need to have at least 4 GB RAM or 8 GB RAM. Now you guys know what is that, right? So 8 GB should be good enough to, if you are looking at a video editing job, completely video edited, 8 GB RAM should be there in your laptop or your desktop, and you should have a good processor, let us say i3, i5, whatever. You can check your settings in your desktop or your laptop and see what this is. But if you're just planning to learn image design and all these things, so you can learn this from your tab or iPad or from your phone also. But Canva and all of this you can learn, but not too much. I'll say not enough mastery is possible just through the phone. The screen needs to be big enough and things needs to be done there. So Canva and all of this you can learn from the phone, but I suggest minimum a tab is needed, right? To at least do video editing, you need a desktop or laptop. That is compulsory. So you need that. And for other things also, Canva tab is okay, but again it boils down to laptop and this thing. But you need to have 8 GB RAM, or if you're looking for image designer, becoming a graphic designer, 4 GB is fine. But video editing, yeah, the more RAM and more good laptop or desktop you have, it is good enough to start with. So yes, that is the only technical requirement, I'd say. And softwares and all, anyways, I provide the softwares, so you need not to worry. But I provide certain free versions which will be there for 1 year. But yeah, so there's also a certain paid versions available which you can take later on in your career, all of this. So I provide these softwares to the students who want to practice and create the content. This I will give. Okay, and there's also free sites. Some of them are available freely. Canva is available freely. DaVinci is available free. So that is there so that you can get. So I will tell you how to install all of those things. I hope that answered the questions. Answer the question. So can you please let us know about the fees? Now, which software is good for graphic design learning, and is there free learning opportunity for the same? Okay. So, so I'll come to the fees part. So first of all, you see, graphic design learning, as I told you, if you want to learn graphic design, you can just look at Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Canva. These three softwares are good enough. Canva, if you're doing business related work, if you're completely business oriented, brand kits or templates, presentation, education, PDF, so many things. If you want all of these things effortlessly, working for agencies, then Canva is good enough to go with, right? But if you want to spend little more time in your own creativity, for example, आप लोग देखोगे लोग अपना customized art create करते हैं. Sadhguru exclusive, those who have watched, you see the customized art they draw, and the animated things or Sounds of Isha, all these things, so that is mostly Adobe Illustrator. So you need to know how to draw illustrations, animation. So graphic design के लिए Akal sir, Adobe Illustrator you should master. Free learning, you will find certain playlist, but yeah, you will find certain playlists. Please check certain older playlists, very old channels, maybe 5 years ago, 4 years ago. Certain channels have done it in a very well manner. There are also certain books for design. So yes, obviously you can learn free the Illustrator thing. You have to put all the resources together. You have to just see कहाँ से क्या सीखना है वो चीज, क्योंकि भटकना बहुत आसान है वहाँ पे. कंटेंट कोई इधर से सिखा रहा है थोड़ा सा, कोई उधर से, मतलब इट्स ऑल सो स्टेप वाइज यू शुड सी कि आप कैसे इस चीजों को एक साथ लाके अच्छे से कर रहे हो, तो वो आपको हेल्प करेगा. सो can you please let us know about the fees? Okay, so you see the fees is like the recording session, the short term sessions are not much. You can see the price in the app. There is a Canva course which is around 1 or 2,000. If you want a recorded thing, it is like 699. Canva is recorded thing, you can go for 699. You can just buy from the app. There are 4 live sessions which I will do in the app. So for a 699 course that you can do. And if you want a more advanced Canva course, which is 2,000 rupees, where there are much more details, and it will be having 8 live sessions, the advanced Canva course. Similarly, beginners video editing has a certain price. You can check, it is around 2,999. Advanced course is like around 5,000 something, where animations and all of these things will be available, and it will be a longer course. It will be a 3 weeks course. Okay, so advanced is always longer. So similarly, आप Da Vinci को ले लो, beginners वाले में ज़्यादा cost नहीं है. आप ऐप में अभी ऐप में कल परसों लाइव हो जाएगा वो कोर्स, तो आपको वहाँ प्राइस दिख जाएगा. So the prices are like that. You see, beginners के लिए ऐसा है, advanced based on the time and thing that will increase. So please watch the yes. So we can, okay, we can mail it to you. Someone is asking, can I get the details in mail? Okay, we can mail it to you. So you guys can drop your mail ID in the WhatsApp thing if you want the details to be shared in your mail.